up, YouTube? I hope you all subscribe because I'm super unoriginal and not funny. But this is my 2004 V6 Mustang, but it has an LS swap in it with an 80mm turbo, and now I'm hauling the rear end out of it so I can put an 88 in it. Just working on my knees day in, day out. Day shift and night shift on my knees. You ever get so mad at something you just want to hit it with a hammer? Well, I'm gonna do that, but instead of a hammer, I'm gonna use a goddamn grinder. I've been trying to get these bolts out now for a little bit, and they're stuck in like the friggin' rubber bushings and they won't push out. So I'm just gonna cut these arms off right here to pull the axle out to give me some goddamn working room because I'm like 6 inches off the floor.
What the fuck's he doing in there?
You cocksucker!
And can't nobody stop me because you guys are in the comments and not in my garage right now, so. You mess with the wrong hood rat loser! Now you can pull the stupid thing out, but not like I pull out or anything, we're just pulling this out. Oops, sorry, shop. Hey, must be the money if you wanna go and take a ride with me. So we have all the old arms out here. The question is now, do we put these torque boxes in because I do have them and I had the upper ones here, or do we go ahead and we build our other rear end over there and just use these aftermarket arms and use the factory torque boxes? We're not going to be making a huge amount of power, and the amount of time to drill out all the spot welds and cut out the original torque boxes and stuff is going to take a decent amount of time. So I'm kind of debating if I want to do it now or keep these in the box, do it later, and just upgrade the arms for now. Perspective here. This is our original like lower mount. You actually have to cut this piece out, that back piece out, and then this whole piece kind of slides in to where that one comes out, and you weld this one in. Hey. While I contemplate that idea, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this one set up. In reality, we should have did this the same time we did Tokyo's, but my stupid ass was like, let's just get yours done first and then I'll do mine after. And now my motivation for getting this one done is like a poop in a toilet. One bonus, I guess, is that the axles are already out of this because we took the brakes off to put them on Tokyo's Malibu. And according to the last owner, this has a fresh set of 410s that were just put in it as well. It does have an aftermarket shim kit in it as well, so it must have different gearing in it. I'm gonna take a picture because the left side one seems to be stamped already, and it'll just help me remember. That was really loose in there, actually. Usually it's much harder to pull that out. Ain't nothing like the smell of diff fluid. I would rather lick 14 buttholes instead of smelling this diff fluid right now. I didn't specify a gender either. Now we need to knock out these bearings so we can use this little adapter kit that has a center bore in it, and we need to see if our tubes are straight so we can weld the ends on both sides. That's what we're doing now. Gonna try and get these bearings out. Good luck. Look at me putting the one I need not putting the one that I needed back in the case. I'm stuck. They don't want to like pull out with this. It's just starting to bend like the outer shell. So this does take an attachment for a slide hammer. So I need to recover a slide hammer so I can pull these bearings out so our pieces can fit in there so we can straighten the tubes and then weld the ends and then do our diff stuff. I mean spool stuff. I got a slide hammer from Dan the man who uses the hand because he went to Japan and no girls would bang him. I don't think that's a real story, but that's what I'm going with. So we got our slide hammer now, and when we screw it into this thingamajig and we go like this, it should come out. Disclaimer, I don't know how well this is gonna work on the bench, on jack stands. Shit's gonna go flying, I think. I also don't wanna pull the threads out of this, so we're gonna screw this on pretty good. Here goes new thing. Oh! Okay. That was a bearing. I yeeted the seal out of it. Motherfucker! Oh, I know what I gotta do now. I gotta do this, and then I gotta screw this piece in. It was never made to press out. It was made, it's so stupid sometimes. Now it can't fall out. Oh, buddy! I'm the next contestant on The Price is Right. Things definitely go much easier when we have the right tool. Both bearings are out now, so we're gonna stick those brass pieces in, and then we're gonna get our piece of pipe down here. That's not exactly the same inner diameter, but we'll use a bit of tape on it to maintain that diameter, and then just to see if it's straight and true. So these pieces actually go in the middle here. And they'll go back on with our clamps. That's a good sign that it goes through. I have to actually mark where we need our tape now because my old piece actually had tape in different areas, so we're just gonna mark where we need to tape up. So our piece of pipe is actually 1.66 outer diameter, and we need 1.75 outer diameter, so we're just gonna wrap a little bit of tape to get us that little extra distance. And like I said, this is just to make sure that we maintain straightness as we weld it and that they weren't bent to begin with. There we go, the bar is through with the tape on it, and it still turns. Which means the fact that it's through there means this should be pretty dang straight. Which means we can go ahead and clean up all this gunk here on the side, and we'll put a bead around this to weld the tube end on, because these tubes tend to twist sometimes under a lot of power. I just got a message, I gotta go save Tokyo.
What did you do? Wrecked her, bud. Dicked her. My wheel didn't want to be my wheel anymore. So come off.
Probably start by getting all the big gunk off with just like a screwdriver or whatever, and then a wire wheel, and then I don't know, something else. It's gotta be as clean as possible. So a lot of these bearings and like shims and stuff aren't being reused, so I don't mind them being on the table there, so it's okay. So it's about as clean as it's gonna get. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark 4 quadrants in it. That way we can make a tack on all 4 and then go from one to the other, one to the other. Might even split it up into 8ths on this side. So we're gonna get it set up here, and then we're probably gonna start out a lot of amps this time. Let's get it nice and hot, probably like 140. And we'll use mild steel filler rod this time instead of 309. I only used 309 last time because I've seen it somewhere that somebody else had used 309 and had good results, so we'll try mild steel this time. On the bottom. Ended up doing on this one, it's a little different than what I did on the last one with Tokyo's. It was a little bit contaminated. I did 1 pass in 8ths, so I split it up into 8ths, and I did like 1 on this side, flipped it over, did 1 on the other side, and then all the way around. And then when that was done, I split it up into quarters, and then I weaved another pass around the whole thing. So I went from like one side and then flipped it over into the other side. So trying to keep the heat like kind of even the whole way through it. And then I think this is going to be a little bit better than what we did last time. Let's just like it's still straight because I can still like twist this rod pretty easy. Let's just hope it stays fairly straight like this now. There is a little bit of give with the angles, with the way the splines just line up. They'll be a little bit off center because they're not like perfectly true, but welding things. I am so smart. The axles are here. The spool is at the other garage. So we need to take this ring gear out and put it on the spool so we can start getting bearings set up. But like I said, the spool is at the other garage. And the lug nuts are here. The C-clips are actually at the other garage as well. Or the C-clip eliminator, sorry. So what I'll do instead is I'll pull the radiator out. We have to weld this cap on here somewhere. So we'll cut a piece of aluminum to weld to the bottom of this, to weld to that. And then this piece just follows up, goes like this. And then we have to make our bottom piece as well, go from there to here. We got an alien in here right now. Show me your crotch. No, your crotch. That was a dance. There you go. We're gonna cut a hole in this. Well, not actually a hole. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a strap wrench to get this off.
Strap on?
Yes, we're gonna use a strap on to get this off.
Dirty.
I know I'm so dirty. Because I was laying on the floor trying to get stuff off underneath the car. You got a problem with that? Take it up with my manager.
That's me.
You're my manager now?
Yes.
Okay.
Who else was your manager?
Sullivan.
No. Leave it.
Take it or leave it, huh?
Take it or leave it. Rude ass.
The irony is you can actually see them
What do you mean? See what?
on tier 3 on Twitch.
How's that ironic? That's just factual.
Okay, now that we have the right attachments in here, all we're going to do is we're going to put this pipe in here and just cope enough of it so we can cut a little portion off. A little more than that. Like these. Get our drill.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
What the?
What?
I made magic happen.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Sad.
Sorry about that.
Sad. Drill that hole.
Can you drill
Nail
that
it.
hole? What?
You just say what I think you do.
Want me to keep going?
Yeah, sure.
Is that a big enough hole for you?
That's probably big enough. I'm going to pull the shavings out this way instead of into the radiator. There. Perfect. You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
You did do it.
Are you focusing on my titties?
No, that's... Wait. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to weld this up. And I got Virginia teached.
I've been teached.
You've been teached? And she's going to make me some pie cuts so I can make a lower hose. You've been teached. Looks good to me. Oh yeah, and pie cuts. Sad. Virginia left me to go take like lingerie photos for her tier 3 Discord thing on Twitch. Sad. I guess I'm out here all by myself now. There we go. Now we have somewhere to fill our coolant from. And it's going to be pretty much the highest point in the engine bay now, which doubles its purpose. I should have aligned this right here, but my stupid ass forgot, so it's pointing this way, but I can loop it back around, so it's no big deal. So, I decided I didn't want to film anything, apparently, and I finished the lower pipe. So we did manage to make an all aluminum pipe here. I'll take it off and I'll show you where it goes. It's still pretty hot. Just gonna fit in that piece down there like that. And it's gonna go to this piece over here like that. And that's our lower hose. It is kind of close to the dome here. Nick said this only got up to like 300 degrees Fahrenheit during your torture testing, and it's in the free air now, so I'm not too worried about it considering that coolant will be running on the inside of this, cooling it down the whole time. And then yeah, this just goes here, and it does clear our downpipe as well. I did have to steal this 90, which did belong right here. So I ordered another 90, and then once that gets here, it's just to put two hose clamps on this with some couplers. I think it came out pretty okay. Admittedly, it's so much nicer to be able to weld and have the freedom to build something like this comparable to I have to run to the parts store and I have to find some stupid ass left hanging dick hose that's 24 inches long and looks like a big black schlong anyways, and then it makes the engine bay look super ugly instead of just like welding up some nice aluminum using a couple little straight pieces of hose, and then you have a nice looking thingamajigger. You know what I'm saying? I get what I'm saying. It's also the next day, and I had some Red Bull, and it's the morning, and I gotta go to the other garage to pick up this spool and stuff today, and the press, so I can finish that rear end. So I'm gonna finish this up, I'm gonna upload it for you, and then I'm gonna start on my next video today, so I have something to give you in like another 3 days. You're welcome. So if you enjoyed my video, and you think I'm like hilarious, which I'm not, then just like make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that's what people do when they like stuff. And then hit that bell thing if you're already subscribed. So peace easy and get that V. And just for the record, that tier 3 Discord thing is on Virginia's Twitch, which is like Alien Trash Cat. If you go to her Twitch and you subscribe to tier 3 and then you link it to your Discord, you get a Discord thing, and then you get to Captain's Quarters and you click on the Captain's Quarters and then they're right there. I can't believe it's that easy. Bye!